Hey everyone, thanks for watching Produce Like a Pro. I hope you're all doing well. My name's Cato Zane, and let's talk about plugins. Today, we're going to talk about 5 of my favorite plugins for mixing inside the box. So I work as an audio engineer and an educator, and especially lately, due to COVID, I've been spending more and more time working here in my home studio and less time working in big commercial studios with a bunch of outboard gear. I've always done a good amount of mixing in the box, though, when I do work on music, to be honest, but lately, it's been more of a conscious and a necessary decision. So that's why I think now is a great time to talk about 5 of my favorite plugins for mixing inside the box. So I have this session that I'm going to be using as an example today, and it's actually a work in progress. So just keep that in mind. It's a work in progress. It's not a completed piece yet. But I wanted to thank the band. They're called Evan Diamond and the Library. And so thank you so much, you guys, for letting me use this session as an example for today's video. So number 1 on this list is the FabFilter Pro-Q. It's an EQ plugin. It's made by FabFilter, and it's probably the plugin that I reach for the most. I love the user interface on it. It's very intuitive. It's very easy to navigate, and it even has a built-in visual analyzer that shows you where your track's audio is lying along the frequency spectrum, which is great for beginners. It also sounds great too, and it has plenty of more detailed controls that you can take advantage of as you get more advanced with your EQ usage. So besides the fact that it's the equalizer that I personally reach for the most, I think it's a great plugin for this list because it's designed well enough that honestly, I recommend it for beginners and more advanced engineers alike. So let's have a listen here. So I have it here on my lead vocal track, so I'll just play that for you guys. And I basically just did some high pass filtering, a little bit of low pass filtering, not very much. I reduced the highs, and then I did some notch filtering here. So this frequency around like 4,500 hertz was really bothering me. So I did notch that out. I tend to, one of the big struggles I have is reducing harshness. I think around here she gets kind of loud, so you can hear a bit more of what I was trying to target here, especially with the notch filtering. So I'm just going to play it and bypass it a bit, and then I think I'll solo the vocals and play it for you too. For miles. So I think that gives you the idea. Let me also show you, I think I might have a backing vocals version here. Yeah, so the backing vocals, I like to cut more out of them to let them kind of sit more in the upper frequencies. So this will be a more extreme example too. Let me find a spot to play. And I'll solo them for you guys. And all I'm making of. And all I'm making of. So that's the Pro-Q equalizer by FabFilter. The number 2 plugin for today's list is called BX Refinement. It's by Brainworx, and it's available on Plugin Alliance. So one of the things that I've been struggling with the most while mixing is how to control harshness in my upper frequencies. And I found that BX Refinement is a very simple and easy to use plugin that can get you pretty far in that department. I believe it was actually designed by a mastering engineer for mastering purposes, but I've been using it for mixing purposes because I'm not a mastering engineer. And, you know, even though it's not emulating any one specific piece of analog gear, it is designed to mimic that smooth analog sound that we all love. If you're just getting started with it, you can probably just focus on the damping knob and maybe using the solo filter button to listen to what you're actually removing and just take it from there. But the plugin does have a lot of other features that give you a lot more control once you decide to dig into it. So for example, you can add more saturation into your mix. You can also add more presence in the high end to enhance your audio. You can also control whether or not it processes the mid or the mid and the side signals that it generates. And it also has dynamics and or modulation based damping for those unwanted frequencies. It's a fairly simple and easy to use plugin that makes it really easy for you to control the harshness in your recordings, but it also has more depth to it for engineers that are looking for more advanced controls and adjustments. So let's have a really quick listen to it here. So I have it on a few things here, my cymbals. I think I have it on some guitars and stuff in this song, but I'll show you on the cymbals. So I have it set pretty extreme in this instance here on the cymbals aux. So here's my cymbals aux. It's right here. I'm just going to hit play so you can listen, and I'm going to bypass it with and without for you, and then maybe solo those cymbals for you too.
Phoebe broke my heart again. It doesn't matter why.
So again, that's BX Refinement. It's a harshness control plugin, and it's by Brainworx, and it's available on Plugin Alliance. Number 3 is called Indent, and it's made by Unfiltered Audio, and it's also available on Plugin Alliance. So Indent is just a distortion unit plugin that can help you get some really great sounds and textures. So if you want, you can keep it simple and just mess with the parameters at the top of the plugin. So things like the input and output level, you can control independently. You can also choose between different distortion algorithms. So things like hard clip, soft clip, wavefold, or overfold for both the input and the output stages independently. Or you can start digging into the plugin even further and start patching in modulation using a bunch of the modulation parameters that are available towards the bottom of the plugin. And this allows you to potentially patch in a whole bunch of modulation effects. So let's have a quick listen to this. So I actually have this plugin here on this track. It's a singing bowl track. So what I actually did is took one of those crystal, like Tibetan, I don't know if it's actually Tibetan, but it's one of those meditation bowls that you have a little wand and you roll it along the inside edge of the bowl, and it resonates at a specific frequency. And so I actually had the singer sing into the bowl, and then I added a bit of distortion here during the mixing process using this plugin, Indent. So let's listen to that effect. I have it right here, so I can just hit play and let you guys listen to it. So I'll let you hear it in context, and then I'll isolate it so we can hear it. So it's right here.
Edit all my thoughts, take them off my tongue. Tell me what they're not. I fall between the lines of what I know is real.
So let me just isolate that for you.
I fall between the lines of what I know is real.
And what I can actually do is just bypass the plugin for you guys. So Command click.
I fall between the lines of what I know is real.
And then I can play with and without.
I fall between the lines of what I know is real. I fall between the lines of what I know is real. I fall between the lines of what I know is real. I fall between the lines of what I know is real. I fall between the lines of what I know is real. I fall between the lines of what I know is real. I fall between the lines of what I know is real. I fall between the lines of what I know is real. I fall between the lines of what I know is real. I fall between the lines of what I know is real. I fall between the lines of what I know is real. I fall between the lines of what I know is real. Between the lines of what I know is real.
So again, that's Indent. It's a distortion unit plugin. It's by Unfiltered Audio, and it's available on Plugin Alliance. My number 4 plugin for today's list is the Doubler, and it's by Waves Audio, and it does exactly what it sounds like. It's a doubler. It allows you to take audio that's on your track and instantly create multiple slightly different iterations of that audio. So it's really great if you're working on a project where maybe, for example, you didn't have the budget to actually record vocal doubles, or maybe it arrived at the mix stage without doubles for whatever reason. I think I use this plugin on vocals the most, but it can also create really fun effects on things like guitars and other instruments as well. And you can really easily and quickly within this plugin activate different voices. And then you can also control things like the gain, the pan values, the delay values, and even tuning for each of those voices. Each of these parameters, including the feedback, depth, and rate values, allow you to create slight variations between the different voices that the plugin generates, which makes them each unique and helps them stand out in your mix. And it also gets you closer to actually mimicking how it would sound if you were to actually track your doubles. You can also adjust the EQ for your doubles, and you can actually click and drag on any of these points towards the top of the plugin and adjust the parameters that way as well. So let's have a listen to this plugin in action. So I have these vocal double tracks. They're all just duplicates of my lead vocals. And I just have the doubler on those so I can create more doubles than I would otherwise. And it kind of helps me keep everything straight in my head too to do it this way. So I'm just going to play these for you, and I'm going to bypass these plugins for you.
Edit all my thoughts, take them off my tongue. Tell me what they're not. I fall between the lines of what I know is real and all I'm making up. 'Cause it's the same four walls I've made a home, and it's the straight jacket that never opens. All the bombs go off, the houses burn, my lungs give out, I die of thirst. Every prayer I speak goes unanswered, every root cancer, everyone I love turns to dust. And mama, I'm so tired of staying awake at night and walking around for miles, for miles, for miles.
So that's it. And again, it's the doubler, and it's by Waves Audio. Okay, and so number 5 and the final plugin on this list is called Verbsuite Classics, and it's by Slate Digital. It's probably one of the reverb plugins that I reached for the most lately. It's designed to mimic a bunch of classic, very popular digital reverbs, and it's great because it allows you to get the sound and the effect of these digital reverbs without spending the time and the money on the original devices. I think when they first came out with this plugin, there were only about 8 different digital reverb units that you could model using this plugin, but they've been actually adding units as time goes on. So now there are a whole bunch of different reverbs that you can model using this plugin. And I love how this plugin has been amassing added value like that. And other than that, when you look at the parameters that you can control here, it's very similar to any other reverb plugin. So let's just have a listen. So I have it here on my main vocals aux, so let's just listen to the vocals with and without the plugin.
Phoebe broke my heart again. It doesn't matter why, I can tell by the way you mouth doesn't match your eyes. That you're satisfied. I have my mother's hands, they shake when I'm around you all the time. 'Cause your face is nice, but I'm spinning round in circles trying to prove that I'm still alive.
So hopefully that gives you an idea. I think I also have it really quickly. We can listen to it on the guitars because I have it on this guitar aux here. So let's just listen really quick with and without on the guitars. So yeah, my guitars are over here.
Can tell by the way your mouth doesn't match your eyes. That you're satisfied. I have my mother's hands, they shake when I'm around you all the time. 'Cause your face is nice, but I'm spinning round in circles.
And again, that's Verbsuite Classics, and it's by Slate Digital. And I love that it allows us to emulate those cult classic reverbs that all of us wish we could have in our studios. So yeah, those are just 5 of my favorite plugins for mixing inside the box. There are so many good plugins out there, and to be honest, a list of 5 is fairly short. So I definitely could have continued the list or made a different list depending on what I wanted to focus on. But for now, those are the ones that come to mind, and I hope you really enjoyed listening to them too. So let us know what you think in the comments below, and I would love to hear about your favorite plugins for mixing inside the box. So let us know about that in the comments below as well. And as always, subscribe. Thanks for watching Produce Like a Pro, and I'll see you all next time.